So this rim here has 2 layers of glue on it. You can see it's shiny, it's dry, it's had 24 hours in between. I can touch it, it's not coming off, it doesn't scrape off too easily. And this is ready for the last step. We're going to mount this tire to it. The tire already has 2 layers of glue on it. It's a Victoria tire, has the coated base tape. So there is one last gluing step. We're going to put one more layer of glue onto this rim, and then we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes before we mount the tire. Same light layers that you use on the first 2 steps. You don't want to put any more on than you did. You want to get it up on the edges. Now we have to wait for 10 minutes before we can put the tire on. The tire is ready to go. It has the 2 layers of glue on it. You can see it went from a nice white cotton to basically the color of the glue. It's still rolled out. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of air out of it, so it's going to be easier to mount. Just get it to roll back. Keep a little bit of air in the tire. This will help you push it onto the rim. Now we see we have our hot patch of the tire on one side. We want to be pro about this, have it on our drive side. Take the tire between my 2 hands here with the valve stem in the middle. I'm going to put the valve stem in, make sure it's perfectly straight, press it down into the rim. Holding it down into the rim with one hand, we're going to start to stretch the tire onto the rim, pushing it down in. Now I start the other side, stretch it, push it down in. And this is where a good stretching job will pay dividends. Because as you start to stick it on, you want to be pushing down the whole way. If you didn't stretch the tire enough, you're going to end up with a tough job when you get down to the end. I'm still pushing down, pushing the base tape into the rim's bed. As I get down, I start to curl my thumbs up, and then I kind of flick it up, get into this position, and I start working the tire on that last section of rim. My stretching job paid off. Get it in there. Now we're at a point where we need to work somewhat quickly because that glue is going to start to stick to the glue on the base tape and set up. First thing you want to do, once you have the tire on the rim, the valve straight as it's going to be, we're set now. You're going to want to put about 40 psi into the tire so it has a good solid shape. And then we need to center the tire on the rim. Look at the base tape on both sides and start to line it up. You want to have about the same amount of base tape on both sides. You'll see it bubbles out or goes in certain places. You want to start to align those. About the same amount of base tape on both sides. And then you start looking at it from the top. Some of the more economical tubulars, you can do this for a while because the tubular can be built crooked, so it'll never be straight. But most high quality tubulars, even the handmade ones, come out pretty straight. Looks good to me. The next step, it's actually interesting, but it definitely is a must-do. You're going to hold the wheel down, push as much as your body weight as you can down. We only have 40 psi still in it. We're going to roll the wheel in a complete revolution. This pushes the base tape further into the rim, trying to get contact between the glue on the base tape, the glue on the rim. Air the tire up to its max psi. After 24 hours, you're going to want to do one quick check before you actually ride the wheel. You're going to take all the air out of it. Since I just glued this tire, I'm not going to be able to show you this exactly how it works. But you're going to take all the air out. You're going to try and peel it away from the rim. And if it peels away and you get a gap like this, like I just did, obviously I just glued it so you get a gap fairly easily. You're actually going to want to get some more glue in there if it's been 24 hours and you get this gap, and then reset it and give it, you know, at least 3 or 4 before you'd want to ride it. But once you've tested it, it's cured for 24 hours, you're ready to ride.